I am 78 years old. I am sitting alone at my kitchen table, and the house is too quiet now. I learned too late that I chose work over my family, and there is no polite way to say that without feeling it in my chest. I do not know how much time I have left. I can feel my body slowing down in ways I never paid attention to before. My hands shake a little when I hold my cup. My knees complain when I stand. Nights feel longer, mornings come faster. That sense of having endless tomorrows is gone, and what is left is a long look backward. I am not telling this to clear my conscience. That part is already settled. I am telling it because I am near the end, and the truth feels heavier when you keep it inside. Maybe someone listening still has time. I do not. These days I spend a lot of time thinking, not about big moments, but about small ones. Empty chairs, quiet phones, the sound of a clock I never noticed when I was younger. I wonder how a life can be so full for so many years, and then so empty without making a sound. When I was young, I believed I was doing the right thing. I really did. I grew up in a home where work was survival. My father worked until his back gave out. My mother never rested. They taught me that showing up, providing, and not complaining was love. I carried that lesson like a badge. In my 20s, I was hungry to prove myself. I got my first real job, and it felt like stepping into adulthood. A desk, a paycheck, people depending on me. I stayed late without being asked. I took pride in being reliable. When my boss noticed, I felt seen in a way I never had before. I met my wife around that time. She was patient, warm, and steady. She liked quiet evenings and simple plans. She knew I worked a lot, but she believed, as I did, that it was temporary. We told ourselves that once things were stable, life would open up. We had children soon after, 2 of them. I remember holding them as babies, feeling something deep and unfamiliar. Fear, love, responsibility, all mixed together. I promised myself I would give them everything I never had. What I did not understand was that they already had everything they needed from me. I just did not give it to them. My days started early. Coffee, a quick goodbye, the drive to work. Evenings blurred together. Dinner sometimes, sometimes not. I told myself they were too young to remember. I told myself weekends would make up for it. I told myself this was how good fathers behaved. My wife would mention small things, a school play, a parent meeting, a rough day with one of the kids. I listened, but I did not stop. I thought listening was enough. There was always another project, another deadline, another chance to move up. Each promotion came with more hours and more pride. People respected me. They needed me. At home, everything seemed fine. No shouting, no disasters, just quiet adjustments. The kids stopped asking when I would be home. They started telling me what happened after it was already over. I noticed, but I did not change anything. I assumed this phase would pass. Years went by like that, smooth, productive, busy. I missed birthdays, not all of them, but enough. I missed games, recitals, small victories. I would apologize and promise to make the next one. There was always a next one until there was not. My wife grew quieter. She handled everything with grace, but I see now how tired she was. She carried the emotional weight of the house alone. I was present in name, absent in practice. In my 40s, I was at the height of my career. I had the office I wanted, the title, the respect. I thought I had won something. I did not notice that my children were becoming strangers. They were polite, independent, careful around me. We had conversations about school, plans, responsibilities. We did not talk about feelings. I did not know how. Neither did they. One evening my son asked me if I was coming to his graduation. I said I would try. The look on his face was not angry. It was resigned. That look stays with me. I made it to the graduation, but I was late. I sat in the back. I clapped. He did not look for me. The damage did not arrive all at once. It crept in quietly, like rust, like dust settling on things you stop touching. By the time I noticed it was part of the structure, my wife and I stopped talking about the future. We talked about schedules, bills, tasks. We became efficient. We stopped being close. I told myself this was normal. Long marriages change, children grow up, work demands more. Life is like that. I said these things without ever asking if they had to be true. Then came the moment I could not work through. My wife got sick. Not suddenly, slowly. At first it was appointments I did not attend. Tests I asked about later. I still believed there would be time. One night she sat me down and told me she was scared. I remember nodding, telling her we would handle it. I checked my phone while she talked. I hate admitting that, but it is true. The illness progressed. I started taking time off. People at work were understanding. Funny how easily the world adjusts when you finally step back. She passed away on a quiet morning. I was holding her hand. For the first time in decades, there was nowhere else I needed to be. After the funeral, the house felt wrong. Too big, too empty. I waited for the phone to ring. It did not ring the way I expected. My children came, of course. They helped. They were kind. But there was a distance that could not be crossed by grief alone. We loved each other, but we did not know each other. I realized then that I had built a life that did not know how to hold me when work was gone. Retirement came soon after. I thought it would be a relief. I thought I would finally live. Instead, I felt useless. The structure that had defined me disappeared overnight. The people who needed me stopped calling. Days stretched. I tried hobbies. I took walks. I cleaned the house. I sat with memories I had avoided for years. I replayed moments I dismissed. A daughter waiting at the window. A son asking for help with homework. My wife wanting to talk late at night. Each time I had chosen something else. Not because I did not care, but because I believed there would be more time. There is a cruel lesson in that belief. Time does not announce when it is running out. Now I see my children occasionally. They have lives, families, responsibilities. I am proud of them. I am also aware that I am not a central part of their days. I earned that distance 1 hour at a time. There are things I cannot fix. I cannot go back and sit in those chairs. I cannot hear those stories for the first time. I cannot be the man they needed when they needed him. I can only be honest now. If you are listening to this and you are busy, I understand. I know how important your work feels. I know how necessary it seems. I know the fear of falling behind. What I did not know was how little my job would matter in the end. The projects are forgotten. The praise fades. The company moves on. What stays are the empty spaces where people should be. I am not telling you to quit your job. I am not telling you to abandon responsibility. I am telling you that presence is not something you can postpone. The people who love you are not waiting in the future. They are here now. They are forming memories with or without you. One day you will sit where I am sitting. The room will be quiet. The clock will be loud. You will measure your life not by what you achieved, but by who sat with you when you had nothing left to prove. I wish I had understood that success does not keep you company at night. Titles do not hold your hand. Money does not listen. If this meant something to you, hold on to it gently. Think about it the next time you say you will make it later. Later is a fragile promise. I do not have many days left to tell this story, but I am glad I told it once.